Howdy folks, I'm Colonel Sanders and you're not. In my journey of keeping Uncle Harley's legacy alive online, I have come into contact with Carl Grace, who is Pat Grace's son. And Pat Grace was good friends with Uncle Harley. He's one of the first franchisees of Ireland, met him in Canada during his time working there. And they just hit it off together real well as good pals. And Carl talks a lot about his father's relationship with my uncle on his page, and a shout out to him. Grace's Perfect Blend. But a lot of people think it tastes similar. So for a YouTube first, one of Colonel Sanders' family members are going to cook it up, and we're going to see what the family thinks about it, what we think about it. I tasted a pinch of it. It tastes really good in my opinion, but I don't know what Uncle Harley's recipe actually was. I can't tell you what it used to taste like because I wasn't born during the time. Other family members were. Carl was around during the time too. He remembers it as well. What he knows is that this recipe is very good, and I trust his word on it, and I value all of his thoughts and insights on the chicken industry, since he and his father have been heavily involved in it for many years. So you can get this stuff from the shop. He just launched his USA online shop for his chicken seasoning. They also have the gravy. This was featured on Glenn and Friends when they did the KFC recipe video where they were trying to figure out what Uncle Harley's recipe was. Glenn and Friends is the only channel I have seen on the internet trying to crack Uncle Harley's recipe that knows what they were talking about. Joe Ledington's recipe, fake. All those other ones out there, fake. I think my recipe I put out there is the closest thing to it because it's based on what is publicly available and what Uncle Harley has left behind for the family to know. So, we're going to give it a try. Much like with 99X and all these other connections to Kentucky Fried Chicken, the owners aren't necessarily saying it is the recipe. The customers say it. Customers are going to talk. They're going to share their stories. People are going to share rumors. Like I said, I'm not going to say this is the recipe. Could be. I don't know. But it does have its history with it. Carl's family has its history with it. So with 99X, with Mary Kay Spices, there's a whole rumor going around online right now that that's the original recipe and the Claudia Sanders Dinner House is the only restaurant to serve it. There's a rumor going around that Grace's Perfect Blend out of Ireland is the only place to serve the original recipe. Now on my page I've dedicated so many videos to pointing out how can there be two places being the only place serving it. It's because customers talk. People just talk and spread rumors just for clicks and views. So 99X is a variant of the recipe. We know that because Uncle Harley had it made based on the flavor to see if Mary Kay Spices would be worthy enough of supplying the recipe to Kentucky Fried Chicken in bulk. But Sexton and Stange already took over that operation. With Grace's Perfect Blend, Pat Grace and Uncle Harley worked together making franchises over in Ireland. Uncle Harley set him up with spices, pressure cookers, and the licensing that was needed. And he became the first franchisee of Kentucky Fried Chicken in Ireland. Then the changes started to happen, and I guess Pat got out of it. I made a video before I met Carl about the Grace's Perfect Blend story from what I could find and what I knew, and I had some inaccuracies on there. Like I said, the best person to talk about the Grace's Perfect Blend story is Carl himself, because I'm paraphrasing what I remember from our conversations, what I could share, and what the actual facts are. So they started Grace's Perfect Blend, check out Carl's page. He could tell you everything factual from his side, his family, without any question or doubt about it. You don't have to go through me or any other third party. You can go straight to his page and learn it. So big shout out to him. So I don't own a pressure cooker, and we're not going to use a deep fryer. We're going to do it the way Uncle Harley used to do it on the skillet before he invented the pressure fryer method for his chicken. And we're just going to cook it up, make chicken, and then we'll review it. And we're going to use vegetable oil. Uncle Harley used lard and vegetable oil, which is why I think that the flavor changes because the oil changed.
And you'll have to add more probably between batches.
And that's why he looked to the pressure cooker, because he needed to do it faster, and it shaped the fast food industry forever at that point. On the back of Carl's packaging, he has instructions here that tell you the recommendation and their method. So I'm making a milk and egg wash. I use duck egg. We're going to whisk that together and make our egg wash. Like I said, with this kind of stuff, follow the family members are actually sharing the history of each different branch and each different company that's involved, instead of listening to these AI generated bullcrap that's online, or these podcasters are just looking for views by saying, oh, we know somebody that serves the recipe, blah blah blah. We're going to put 4 cups of this seasoning. It says on the instructions.
Unless that's one of my old ones.
Looks like it's already mixed with the flour. So for me, this is a little exciting because this is the first time I'm trying a recipe other than 99X that's connected to Uncle Harley's history as well, or any part of it. So I find that quite fascinating and exciting for myself. So we're going to bread the chicken. We're going to fry it in the pan, and that will be it. We're going to follow most of Uncle Harley's method, such as the 7-10-7 method. 7 times shake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Get the excess moisture off. And then we do 10 presses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then you roll it 7 times. And then you shake off all that excess breading. Our oil is nice and hot, so we're going to place it in there. Oh yeah. You say about 5 minutes on this side? So while that's frying, I want to say I did take a pinch of that and taste it compared to my seasoning. They were remarkably the same in my opinion. My sister Nevaeh doesn't think they taste the same. Mine's a little spicier because I've got the cayenne in there from the red pepper from 99X. But my recipe, based on the public information and what Uncle Harley has left behind that we know of, tastes similar to this. Minus, you can taste the garlic strong in mine and the red pepper strong in mine. So I'm curious what this is going to taste like on the chicken, see how it compares to mine. All the videos I've seen online say that this chicken from Carl, Grace's Perfect Blend, it's a lot better than any fast food chicken that they've had. It's better than KFC, it's better than Popeyes, it's better than all that. We'll let that fry up a bit. Now we're going to flip the piece of chicken over. Ooh, looks good. And this is why we use pressure cookers for Kentucky Fried Chicken. I put the breading on a little thin on that, but
5 minutes.
huh?
5 minutes.
That's flat. It does come out with a different texture when you pan fry it. But look how good that looks on the bag. Yeah, Carl is a remarkable individual. Has a great product, great family legacy. And I think it's really cool that our paths have connected to what I'm doing, upholding the history, cooking a little bit of things. I believe, I think Glenn and Friends said that his seasoning was the closest one next to 99X, between 99X and Grace's Perfect Blend. They were the closest ones to tasting how he remembered the original recipe tasting. Does that mean they're it? No. But does it mean they're not it? Not really. What we know, it's a good recipe. So you heard me ramble on about the history of Grace's Perfect Blend, what I know, what's on the internet. But when it comes to Carl and what he says here, again, go to his page. He can explain it the best to you. His part of the history. So I'm not even going to pretend to know everything about him. I just know my side. So I'm going to send all of you his channel's linked below. I'm going to send all of you to his page so he can explain it perfectly to you. And what his history here on the bag says, I'll read it to you, is for over 50 years our family has been cooking the finest chicken using the best herbs and spices mixed with flour and salt to give you the best flavor in your fried chicken. We have stayed true to our origins and haven't changed a thing, so you know that familiar flavor from your very first bite. Now we are giving you the opportunity to use our chicken breading in your very own home. So get the family around, call your friends, get the fryer on, because you're about to taste the very best. Now as for the history of this seasoning of his, I'll let him tell you about it. I might have remembered some things wrong, said it wrong, I apologize if I did. But go to his page, check him out, see what he has to offer, the information he has. I can't be the only one sharing this history. It takes a village, pretty much. Because there's more than just me that knows things. Alright, there's our piece of chicken. It's not the dark brown like on the bag. I suspect because I either don't know what I'm doing, because I never fried it in the skillet before. I do it in a deep fryer, but it's supposed to look like that, I think. I put it on a little thin. It's good.
Supposed to let it rest.
That's good.
I'm trying to tell you to flip it over so the brown.
That's good. You like it better than mine? She likes it better than my theory.
Yeah, sorry.
That's good. We had a theory that if KFC did change the original recipe, the big change would be adding garlic to it. That's good, Carl. That's really good. If that's not the original recipe, it might even be better than the original recipe. Which is possible, folks. People can make better chicken than Uncle Harley. It has been over 70 years. So what I'm going to try to do is make the breading a little bit. You have to excuse my nephew. I'm going to bread it a little more. Because I like some of that extra crispy. Like I said, I've never done it in a pan before. Deep fryer, but we didn't have enough oil for a deep fryer. I don't got a pressure cooker, but I guarantee if I did it in a pressure cooker or that deep fryer, ooh, This is good. I'm not getting paid for this, folks. But I mean, if you want some good chicken, this has been pretty freaking good so far. We're going to go ahead and fry that piece. Go ahead and put her on. I'll be really excited if my grandfather does, or anyone else in the family, because we have some good chicken seasoning recipes ourselves that are not Kentucky Fried Chicken. I'd be excited if we do something like this too, so that you guys yourselves at home can try the food that we have. What's number one rule about a grease fire?
Don't throw water on it.
Do not throw water on it. Excited to see what my grandfather thinks. They're really good.
It is good. I like it. I'm sorry to say, I think I like it better than yours.
Yeah, that's really good.
I have the uncooked pieces right here. Cooked pieces go on this, just to soak up the grease, and then we'll transfer it to that, and then.
Okay. That recipe's really good. Like I said, I don't know what Uncle Harley's flavor was actually, because I wasn't around for the time. But that's good. That's good. Now, a lot of people will say, like 99 Extra, the Claudia Sanders Dinner House tastes exactly like Kentucky Fried Chicken back in the day. Or they'll say that Joe Lettington's leaked recipe where number 4, oregano, doesn't exist, and he has salt included 1B11 when it's not. They'll say that tastes exactly like it. So I really believe either people are speaking out their butt, or they don't remember what it tasted like. So they're just saying that it tastes like it. But what I know is this is a good recipe.
Make sure to talk about how it stuck to the chicken, because it's stuck. It didn't like fall off.
Yeah, it's stuck to the chicken real good because it was done right. And it may be done in a skillet, and it may not be the texture we're used to from a pressure cooker or deep fryer. But we did the method right with the egg wash to adhere the breading to the chicken. Anytime the chicken's done right, no matter what the texture of the breading is, what the intention is, anytime it's done right, it sticks to the bone, not like that slop in Central City.
Now, after this, you might want to flip it over depending on how dark the underbelly is, just to get a more browning on the top. Because you let the...
Would you like to tell the camera?
Yours is good though, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, no, I know ours is good. This one has more of a subtle, not spicy. Mine has a spicy kick with that garlic.
I like that.
Only Carl knows what's in it. But I do taste sage. What do I taste in here? His ingredients isn't like Kentucky Fried Chicken's or Mary & Kay's where it lists the ingredients. Not all of them, but some of them. He has ingredients: wheat, pastry, flour, enriched, salt, spice, MSG, and herbs. If I were to guess what he had in this based on the flavor. I got cloves, sage, I'm not sure if I taste nutmeg or not. Maybe. Yeah, I think I do. I could be, like I said, Carl's the only one that knows. He's not going to tell you guys what's in his recipe. Just like KFC's not going to reveal it. Uncle Harley's not going to reveal it. My family not going to reveal it. I only reveal what we can figure out from what's public and what can be said. Instead of all these other people trying to figure out fake recipes. So I definitely taste sage. I taste cloves. I think I taste nutmeg. I think I got a hint of cinnamon in there. There's a little bit of the spice kick. I don't know. There's a little bit of the spicy kick when it's not on the chicken fried. But after it's fried, you don't taste that spice, that spiciness. All I know is it's good. I have to say that has to be some of the best chicken seasoning I've ever had. And Pops is pretty good too. Pops is pretty good. This is one of the best commercially available seasonings I've ever had. When my grandfather gets to try this, I'll let you guys know what he says, because he remembers the original recipe, what it tastes like. I want to know if he thinks this tastes like it or not. We're going to make some of this too. Carl's been telling me about the gravy, and then I have to try the gravy to see what he's talking about. So there's his instructions on the back, and we're going to give it a try.